Hello and welcome. My name's Michelle Montana. My schedule has been insane. Unfortunately, my YouTube channel is suffering because of that. Not suffering, I shouldn't say suffering. I have been struggling to balance my life out. It's just been really chaotic. Work has been insane. There's only a few of us at the store right now, so we have to work extra hours, and I was sent on a vendor trip, which I vlogged, and I haven't looked at the footage, so I have no idea. That was supposed to go up last Sunday, and I instead posted nothing. So anyways, that's my little life update for those of you that may or may not care. And here is today's video. I wanted to pay tribute to Bobby from Queer Eye since now he has left the show. He did 8 great seasons. Highlight what my favorite Queer Eye interior design home makeovers were. Honestly, I think that these are just the best ones. So it has nothing to do with like the person that they were featuring that week and everything to do with the design. So one thing I want to note is that I got all the images from Bobby's website. There was no images of the Japan season, which I was pretty bummed about because some of those are my favorites. But it was really hard to find the images, and you can't screenshot from Netflix. So Japan is not included. It's the regular 8 seasons that they did here in America. So let's just jump right in. The order is from oldest to newest. It's interesting because you can tell that either their budget increased over the years, probably, or like as they got more popular as a show, and the designs just get so much better. This first one I'd like to highlight is from season 3. Hero's name is Jody. They had a very hunter lifestyle. There's kind of no other way to put it. You could tell in the before images just how much they loved taxidermy. To put it, I don't know how else to phrase that. There's a lot of taxidermy. But what I love about this makeover is how Bobby was able to really highlight their taste and make it look really nice and designed. I think that you don't have to like things that are like super niche and for them to like not be put into your space in a way that's well designed. It doesn't have to be drab just because you have a hobby or you're a collector or something like that. So I think he did a really great job with these. This isn't necessarily my style. I just think it's a really great design. I think that he just did a really good job kind of, you know, honoring what they love, and it's just also like a very like real design. Like people really live here. It's not over the top designed to look super trendy or anything like that. It's like exactly what these people would love if their house had an interior designer do it, which is what happened. Moving on, same season. Hero's name is Jess. What I like about this is that it is simple, but he just did a really good job of making it minimal without making it look boring. There's still personality here. He didn't go with like an all-white kitchen, you know. Bobby's never afraid to like choose a bold color, especially on a kitchen cabinet, which is refreshing for a designer. So I really just liked how much personality came through with these designs, even though they're still kind of like CB2 looking, you know. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but just like that kind of like trendy furniture, young furniture, without being just that. And there's personality woven into this design, which I really appreciate. I liked a lot of season 3. This is another season 3. The hero's name is Rob. Bobby didn't have any before images of this space. It was basically empty and white walls everywhere. He really took this basic craftsman style home and gave it some serious personality. It's a little glam, but it's still kind of masculine, and I just think that it'll age well because I think this was several years ago now that this happened. It was definitely before the pandemic, so I still like this design. I don't think he went over the top with things that are too trendy or anything. It's just like a good, timeless, but modern design. So this is my favorite one. I believe this is season 4. The hero's name is Josh. He's a rancher, okay? He lived in a shipping container that had no windows. Okay, the shipping container was like in a barn. Like, it was just the most bizarre setup. So they really transformed his space. They painted the shipping container. They put it on a plot of land with landscaping. I mean, they put windows and doors and made it into like a really nice tiny home. It's just night and day, and I just love, I think my favorite area is the kitchen. It's just a nice, neutral, a man or a woman can live here. I just really appreciate all of the detail that went into this space without it being too themed or anything like that. It's just, this is where this guy lives, you know? There's still personality. It's not like overdone, and I think that this was intentional because it is such a small space to not, you know, put too much color in there or anything, because really I think it's just too small for you to like enclose yourself in a bunch of colors. Like, going white was really the smart idea in this space. It's just such a wild transformation. I think definitely, I'd say it's my second favorite one. It gave it some ranchy vibes, but it's just still so sophisticated, and I just think it's so beautiful. This is definitely one of my all-time favorites. Season 7, this is Jenny, that they redid her home. Again, I think that this was a really timeless design. She had an okay house. There just like wasn't anything intentional in there. You could tell it was just like a random rug, random stuff. It was just like serving a purpose and not designed, but it's such a beautiful house. Obviously, that staircase had a lot of potential. I actually really like that he painted the staircase black. I feel like you could see the details in the molding on the side better with the black paint, and it just makes the walnut finish on the wood treads just really pop and look super beautiful. It's nice too that you walk into this like very light and airy space, and then when you go back, he did what I talk about all the time, not to fight the darkness. If you have a dim room, to just lean into it and paint it dark. It just makes it like a cozy cocoon little moment. And Bobby does that a lot. If it's a dark room, he'll just be like, all right, let's just go dark. My only complaint about this makeover is that it does feel the most staged and there's the least amount of personality, but one could argue that her space didn't have any personality before, so there wasn't really much personality to like transfer over into the makeover. I guess he could have like tried to find photos or something to like personalize the space a bit, but all in all, it really is a fantastic before and after. And even though it's kind of catalog-y, it's still just like a really good design. It's definitely better than it was before, for sure. Going back, I just really love this breakfast nook. It's interesting that he didn't make this room the living room, but it also makes sense that he didn't. And I just love that little fireplace. I used to have a fireplace with that like exact tile at my old apartment, and I loved it. Finishing with the best, this is Anne from season 8. This design really was the whole inspiration behind me making this video, because I was like, oh my god, my jaw dropped. I could not get over how much I loved this design. He did such a good job. I love that he painted everything this really dark green, really rich green. Oh, I love it so much. He brought in a lot of natural elements into the room. He made it cozy, but also light and airy at the same time. I don't even know how he did that. By choosing such a dark color paint, it still has like this like brightness and freshness to it. I don't know. And this kitchen, I'm in love with this kitchen. Her kitchen before really needed help, and he did it. He made this kitchen functional, beautiful. I'm just so in love with this kitchen. I love it so much. And you know what I also love is that these cabinets they're not updated. They're like the old cabinets, but they just look so good with the way that they were highlighted with like the wooden top and everything. I just think he did such a good job, and I love that little like cupboard inlay thing. It's just so good. So that's it. Those are my favorite, or what I consider to be the best Queer Eye designs from seasons 1 through 8, featuring Bobby Burke. He had a good run. I am excited for Jeremiah Brent to come on and see what he does. His style is so different, so it's going to be interesting to see the makeovers with Jeremiah. Sad about all the Queer Eye tea, because, you know, we just thought that they were all so great together. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know which one's your favorite in the comments, or, I wish I got to include the Japanese ones, but yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around, even though I feel like I've been doing a bad job. I want to be here more, but it's hard. Work's been really good. I've just been really, really busy. So I appreciate you if you understand. I'll see you guys the next time. I can't make promises. Just the next time. Okay. Love you. Bye.